How many of you have tried or have tasted the rat meat? That's the reaction. She said, what? How many of you have tasted the rat meat? Wow, that's a shocker, really. The rat meat is the most amazing meat you can ever taste. I apologize for the vegans and the vegetarians, but it's a very good, amazing meat. When I was 8 years of age in Cameroon, well, come to think of it, I was 8 years everywhere around the world, not just in Cameroon. I had the most amazing experience of rat hunting of my life. It was Christmas Eve, and we didn't have meat for Christmas. You see, in the village of Tonga where I grew up, we only ate meat twice a year, Christmas and then New Year's Day. Because we couldn't afford meat, we were kind of vegetarian the rest of the time, but we didn't know. So Christmas was approaching and we didn't have meat for Christmas. And that was the old days of the family. I have the obligation to do something about it. Early morning, I rose up, put my sandals on, grabbed my machetes, and called on Jazzy, who was my hunting dog. And we set up for the rat hunt. After about 2 hours perusing in the bush and forest, Jazzy came across the tree and started to scratch beneath it. And I went to see what it was looking at, and I realized there was a hole beneath that tree. After inspection, I realized, in fact, it was inhabited. The rat was home. When I identified that the rat was home, I cleared out the underbushes around the hole to locate the escape path. Usually the rat is very smart. When they make the house underground, they have this escape hole that during the attack, they would escape. So when I located that, I put the big block there, the big rock, to block it in case it tried to escape. Then I went back to the main entrance and started digging. And it was the dry season, and it hasn't rained for many months. The ground was hard as rock. But I kept digging because I had in mind, I was determined to go back home with the rats. The whole family was expecting that of me. So I was digging. It was hard. I dug, and I dug some more. After about an hour digging, I came to a dead end. Now, for the amateur person, that would be just a dead end. But for the professional seasoned rat hunter, it was an excitement. Because you may think that rat is stupid. No. Usually rat knows that there are predators out there. And the rat would build a wall, and it's usually called the terror barrier. It will build a wall just to separate the main entrance with the chamber. So any amateur person would arrive there and think that, oh, there's nothing in here, and leave. But because I knew that, I was just getting excited because we were getting closer to the rat. I started to peel the wall little by little. The moment that I actually peeled the entire wall, my dog seemingly has seen the rat in the hole, rushed in. The next thing that I heard was the wailing and the barking of the dog. What happens is the rat has counterpunched my dog. And when I looked at my dog, I see the gaping hole in its mouth. The rat has attacked my dog. When I see that situation, the rat had made a mistake, a fateful mistake in the hole by turning and exposing its tail. When I saw the tail, I didn't think twice. I lunged forward in the hole and grabbed it. The rat actually maintained its nails in the ground. I couldn't budge the rat. I have to muster my 8-year-old strength to yank the rat out of the hole. And when the rat came out of the hole, I was dangling the rat up like this. The rat wasn't done with me. Right then and there, the rat flexed on its tail and twisted to attack my finger. I did what I've never done before. I jumped in the air and come down in the stoner move and smacked the rat on the ground. And the rat lay sprawled there and not moving. It was a victory. I won. The next day, we had the most amazing Christmas with the rat stew. So you see, I was 8 years of age. That experience taught me a lot about life. You all here are entrepreneurs. You all here are individuals pursuing goals and dreams. It could be maybe just running a marathon. It could be trying to start a business. It could be anything that you want to achieve. The reality is, you would face challenges. You would face difficulties. You would face even failure. You see, when I started to dig the hole, the ground was hard, but I couldn't just abandon because the ground was hard. I got to continue digging. I knew the rat was there. So when you have an idea about the business, if your idea is sound, you will face difficulties. At the beginning, you will face difficulties starting with your friends around you. Some of the friends would say that that's a stupid idea. So if it has not taken root in your mind, if you not believe in that idea, actually you will give up because your friend told you that it's a stupid idea. Sometimes it's a family that really steal that idea from you. Not because they have a bad intention, no. Simply because they have your best interest at heart, but they don't see what you see. So as you go about your business, as you go about creating whatever you want to create, you will face these things. One thing you have to understand first is to define why you're doing it. The why is very important. Because if you don't define why you're doing it, you will give up at the first challenge. You will give up at the first failure. Well, I'm not sure if you're aware of it. Some of the people who've succeeded in this life have gone through the most terrible failure and obstacles of their lives. I can list all the names. Well, J.K. Rowling, it just came on top of my head. I have no connection with her. When I found out about this lady who actually have failed in all aspects of her life, her marriage had failed, she had almost committed suicide, but she had failed in many ways. But the one thing that she knew and she believed was writing. And even then, it wasn't over. She took what she wrote to the publisher. These are the people who are expert to know what can sell on the marketplace. But they told her that was crap. The second one, the same result. The third until the 12th publisher before they gave her a try. But she's the most important, one of the most important women in the world today. Because she knew why she was doing it. You've got to define your why.